Last week, I dropped Divan's alloy in just 5 nucleus runs. But you see, there's a problem. I'm stuck with the titanium drill X455 because I need plasma in order to upgrade it. Today, we are diving into slayers with the goal of getting a full set of Mastiff armor. But I have to be careful because I have just 1 life. This is the slayer episode of my hardcore Ironman series. The first thing we need to do today is craft a full set of protector dragon armor. I've had these frags for a few weeks and never really bothered to craft them, and since I already have the chest plate, we just need to craft the helmet, leggings, and boots. Oh, and as per usual, I will of course fully enchant the set. Alright, we have a perfect set of protector dragon armor here. However, I usually prefer to have titanic on my entire armor set because, well, the extra defense and health is really nice. But in order to reach 100% crit chance, I did need to put pure on my chest plate. However, the rest of course is still titanic. Okay, before we actually start doing slayers, there's a grind I've been putting off for a while and I really need to take care of. A few episodes ago, I crafted my first Acacia birdhouse, and if you don't know, each birdhouse costs 6 stacks of enchanted Acacia logs, which is the equivalent of 61,440 regular acacia wood. So multiply that by 9, and yeah, this is gonna suck. Alright, here is birdhouse number 2, 3. If only there was a way to like passively generate acacia wood while you were offline. What if they made something that would like automatically gather wood for you? Wait, that's actually a really good idea. They should definitely add something like that. I forgot to press record, but we just crafted birdhouse number 4, so we're almost halfway. Alright, this is a little bit unfortunate, but I just realized that the tree capitator axe has an additional 100 foraging fortune here in the park, so I definitely should have been using this instead of the fig hue. Okay, yes, 1929, that is enough. I'm going to craft all of these into acacia birdhouses. That is 7, we need 2 more. So if I grab the last of my acacia wood here, we can craft number 8 and number 9. We have 9 acacia birdhouses. I will not lie, this is probably one of the most tedious grinds yet, because at least when you're mining and stuff, you can just like stand still and wait for this to respawn. For me, I was doing constant loops around here for, wow, it was 4 hours. That is actually a lot longer than I thought, but let's go turn these in. All right, I actually don't remember how, oh, this. And we have now unlocked Forceful, 38 crit damage. Oh wait, actually, let me go back to, we were on Warrior. Let's see the power difference. So I go to Warrior. All right, we are going to test it with my Protector Dragon armor, my Aspect of the Dragons, and my Ender Gear. We'll just keep the pet as Black Cat for now. So with this, we're doing about 21k, 21.5, 21.7, 20. So between 20 and 21k damage. So let's go swap to Forceful. All right, previously we were doing about 20k. 22, 22, 21, 24. Okay, the 24 was nice there. So it's definitely stronger, but it's just not crazy noticeable, I guess. The next morning, I got back on to collect my forge materials and start 5 refined titanium and the ammonite pet from the helix fossil that I got in the last episode. Additionally, I've decided to purchase 2 cat flowers to speed up the upgrade on my elephant pet because there's a new pet that I actually want to use before jumping into our first slayer. Even after the cat flowers, there's still a couple of hours before it's done, so in the meantime, I'd like to ask you to consider subscribing to the channel. It's free and you can always change your mind later. While we wait, I'm gonna spend some time mining diamonds to start chipping away at some of the materials for the titanium drill X555. I managed to collect about 1,500 diamonds and then decided to do some commissions to work towards Hot M6. Okay, once the commissions were done, I made my way back to the hub to collect my now epic elephant and then craft a brand new pet that I plan on using here very soon, the zombie pet. This pet literally takes 2 minutes to upgrade from common to legendary, so I was pretty much able to instantly collect it. With that, I can head over to Maddox for the first time in this over 200-hour-old profile and start my very first Slayer quest. I then decided to start Zombie Slayer with the goal of reaching level 4, so... So we made it to Revenant Horror level 4, so next we are going to move over to the Broodfather, and hopefully get that to level 4 as well. Also, I planned on doing spider slayers, but after taking out the tier 1 and tier 2 bosses, the tier 3 was glitched and instantly healed all damage that I was doing to it. I read about this glitch a few weeks ago and honestly assumed it had been patched out by now, but I guess it still hasn't been fixed, so we'll be moving on to Wolf Slayer, which honestly works out quite well because I'd really like to get my hands on Mastiff armor. Also, I took down a ton of tier 3s, and these fast edits take a very long time to make, so here's a short montage of all the bosses that we managed to take out. Alright, we just hit Wolf Slayer level 4. Most important thing we got from this is the Maddox Bat Phone, which is really nice because what this will allow us to do is start new bosses from far away, so I don't have to walk all the way back here every time I want to do that anymore. Alright, if I've done my math correctly, yes, that is the last wolf tooth I need for the Mastiff armor. I already have the diamonds, but the only thing I'm missing are these growth leggings, which are quite expensive, so now we're going to have to go grind out a lot of dark oak. Admittedly, I did not know that this armor required this growth armor with dark oak. If I did, I probably would not have grinded out the Acacia birdhouse, but regardless, we are going to have to grind out all of this dark oak, so yeah. Alright, if I've done my math sort of correctly, we should have enough here. We have exactly enough dark oak, and some left over. So with this, we are going to be able to craft the chest plate, helmet, leggings, and finally, the boots of growth, meaning we have the full set. But we aren't done because obviously this still needs to be turned into the pooch armor set. And the only material that I'm missing is gold. So a little while later, I managed to craft the helmet and chest plate before realizing that I miscounted the gold and didn't have enough to complete the set. Okay, now I'm able to craft the leggings and the final piece being the boots. Oh, and yes, of course, I will max it out. We are of course still working towards Divan's drill since last episode we somehow managed to drop an alloy, so I stopped by the forge to collect and refresh my titanium. I then took a short break to kill some zealots because in my 100 summoning eyes video, I said that I would try to do at least one dragon in each episode, so alright, we are doing a dragon today. We're just gonna do the one, I think, but maybe superior? Still have yet to spawn a superior. Okay, old, that's totally fine. There's no way I get fed, bro. It's just not possible. Oh yeah, chest is fine. Considering our RNG, a chest plate is fine. I then got back to Wolf Slayer because I really need to get my hands on the shaman sword. I did just hit Wolf Slayer 5, which admittedly doesn't give us much rewards, but let's keep going. Okay, after these Wolf Slayers, I can craft a Shaman Sword, which pairs very well with the Mastiff armor, and yes, I will of course max it out. Additionally, I put the critical 6 book on this sword and used one of my dragon claws to apply the fabled reforge for the extra crit damage. Finally, I changed all of my stat tuning to crit to maximize the Mastiff armor, but unfortunately, this setup still isn't quite safe enough to farm ghosts. But I need a break from Slayers now, so let's see just how much progress we can make with some more commissions. Oh, and by the way, we're starting with 18k XP, so let's get to it. I really need the compact enchant on my titanium drill, which admittedly I should have done a very long time ago, but I don't have enough bits to afford it, so I sold my enchanted melons and purchased myself a brand new booster cookie. Thanks to that, I was able to purchase the compact book for my drill, and thanks to that, I managed to level up my fame rank. Afterwards, I of course made sure to apply it, and then got right back to commissions. Honestly, we did a lot better than I thought, considering we pretty much doubled our EXP from 18k to 32k. That concludes part 9 of my hardcore Ironman series. I honestly can't believe I started this channel just over 2 months ago. The support has been insane and I'm more motivated than ever to keep working on these videos. So motivated in fact that I managed to record last week's video and this week's video all within 7 days because at the time you're seeing this, I'm visiting my family for Thanksgiving. In next week's video, I plan on collecting a lot of talismans because we really need to get our MP up if we want any chance of farming ghosts. Thank you so much for watching and I hope to see you in part 10.